And good morning. Welcome to the Thursday edition of the Tom Barfield Show. We're presented by Toe King. Gary Hoffman and his team over there. We appreciate Toe King so much for sponsoring the program and being the presenting sponsor. And well, we got a nice show for you today. We're going to talk some golf. We're going to take you out to Lake Waco this morning and talk with Jones Mitchell and Stan Mitchell. We'll do that. We'll also talk with Lonnie Judd. Lonnie's going to be retiring at the end of the year, and we'll talk to Lonnie, kind of see what's going on with Lonnie and what direction he's going to be headed. Probably he may be headed to Lake Waco to play golf. As we say, good morning to Lark Smith. Lark, good morning. What's going on today?
Oh, just another day in paradise. We do a little podcast and got a little baseball coming up this weekend. I had a little baseball yesterday, and Team USA made it to the knockout round of the World Baseball Classic thanks to Italy. I didn't know Italy had that good a ball club, but then I look out and I see Aaron Nola pitching for them. Mm-hmm. So apparently they have a pretty good ball club.
And I think they just did the U.S. a huge favor by running through that. But how about Mexico? They went, 2-2?
Yeah, and they're out. They are out. And that was a very talented team.
No question. And, you look up, there's 38,000 people at Dyken Park in Houston, and most of them are waving a Mexican flag, but they're done. They're going to have to find another flag to wave.
Yeah, pack it up and go home.
So, and I was trying to figure out, and I was looking to see what it would take for the U.S. because I just assumed, here we go, that Mexico was going to beat Italy. I did. I mean, I thought Mexico would win, and I was like, well, how's this going to work? And somehow there's a run ratio based off of innings played and all that kind of stuff. And I think the magic number was 5. And I'm like, there's no way the U.S. is getting into this thing. And then Italy goes out and takes care of business. And then they're having fun with it. They're telling the U.S. baseball team, hey, congratulations. We helped you out. There's a favor for you and all that kind of stuff. And they really did. Truth be known, Absolutely. It would have been a colossal collapse. Wouldn't you agree? If the U.S. doesn't make it to the second round?
Absolutely. With the talent that they have accumulated there, they should be in that championship game, but we'll see how they do in the knockout round. I'm not sure who they get in the first round of the knockout round, but all that comes tomorrow.
Why don't they just call it the second round, the knockout round?
Because they're kind of running this kind of like they do a soccer tournament, and that's what soccer's known as.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's a world stage, so we have to use world terms, I suspect.
Okay, if you say so, I'll roll with it. I mean, to me, it's the second round, but whatever. BU softball, Baylor softball won yesterday. They beat Stetson. They beat the Mad Hatters. I think it was like 9-1 or something like that.
9-1 is the score, yes.
Yeah, and then they're on to play UCF this weekend. Mm-hmm. And if I'm not mistaken, I haven't looked that far ahead, but I think they have Texas coming in for a non-conference next week, maybe Tuesday night. So we'll see. McLennan, you got to like, and we'll get to all the scoreboard here in a little later on. But congratulations to McLennan's women's basketball. They get it done.
Yeah,
in the first round.
Took care of Howard 72-56. They will play the second round on Friday. Yeah, and they get to take on one of their conference foes in Grayson, a team that beat them twice during the regular schedule. So, that old thing, it's hard to beat somebody 3 times in a year. Maybe this is the one that McLennan can come up with. But Grayson is a very scrappy women's basketball club. I think they only have maybe 9 players on their roster. But those 9 players, they get after it anytime they're on the court.
So is this regional tournament, is this 2 conferences? What's the combination to form the region?
Okay, you have Region 5 of junior college.
Okay.
All right. Within Region 5, you have 2 conferences. You have the Northern Texas Junior College Conference, which includes McLennan,
right?
Hill, Temple, some of those teams. Mm-hmm. And then you have the Western Conference, which includes Odessa, Midland, Amarillo, South Plains, the teams out in West Texas. So you have the top 4 teams from each one of those conferences meeting in Odessa on the campus of Odessa College. And within that tournament, that 8-team tournament, you decide who is going to go to the junior college national championship.
Well, there you go. Okay. I was just kind of curious how that worked. Men play today, right?
Yeah, men play today. They are opening up against Midland. That's going.
Are they the favorite? I mean, Kevin Gill's team's lost what? One game?
They've lost one game,
and that was back in November.
Yeah,
November on the road.
Right. But they are also ranked like 19th or 20th in the nation when you have teams out there like South Plains and Midland that are ranked above them in the junior college poll. The western part of the region in basketball is always the tougher region. It's just the exact opposite when it comes to baseball and softball. The Northern Texas Conference is usually the tougher of the region. But in basketball, for the last couple of years, it's been the team from the West that you had to beat.
Okay. Got you there. Let's see. There's a high school. I know the high school softball and baseball is going on this weekend. Mm-hmm. There's a really nice tournament, I think, over in China Spring this weekend. And a lot play begins today over there for that one. So a lot of fun stuff there, Lark.
Yeah, and for many of these teams, this is going to be their last tournament of the year because district action is beginning to start. It's already started in 6A, but for many of the others, district is coming up next week. So they're getting in their final non-district games and figuring out exactly who their top pitcher is, who the guy they want out of the bullpen first, and who's going to play shortstop and who's going to DH for the second baseman and all those kind of things.
Yep, better get it figured out because district play does begin like you said, it's already begun in 6A. So there you go. And we got games for you on our platform, midwaytv.com. We'll have baseball and softball tomorrow night. Where are you tomorrow night?
I am going to be in Killeen for Midway and Shoemaker.
There you go. All right, so we'll have that.
Shoemaker has won maybe 2 games. Are getting blasted. So we'll see if Midway, how they handle that. But they had a real tough game on Tuesday against Harker Heights, 2-1 final. Pitchers duel came down to the 7th inning, bottom of the 7th. High school pitchers are on a pitch count, so Harker Heights had to change pitchers, and the pitcher they brought in from the bullpen walked 1, hit 2 to load the bases. They brought in another pitcher, and he walked the next guy, and so Midway wins on a walk-off walk, 2-1 in that particular ball game.
Tough for Heights, right?
I mean, real tough for Heights. Yeah. But they, from what I can tell, those are going to be the top 2 teams from the district.
Well, and they get each other right out of the box.
Yeah, they get each other right out of the box. Now, Temple's also going to have something to say about it as well.
Well, it should be fun, and we'll have those games for you again over on our platform, and we'll have those on midwaytv.com as well as Midway Softball. So keep that in mind. Let's see. Anything else going on in your world? You got baseball today, do you?
I do not have anything today. I've got
it's a rest day for Lark, who's retired.
Yeah. I'm working harder now than I ever did in retirement.
But you're having more fun.
I'm having a whole lot of fun. Yeah, I've got the Midway game tomorrow. On Saturday, I'm going to Weatherford for a pretty good junior college baseball series between Weatherford and Grayson. Grayson took 3 out of 4 from McLennan on this last week. Weatherford has always been one of the tougher schools to beat in that particular conference. So that should be a pretty good. They're playing the first 2 games of that series today at Grayson. They were delayed from yesterday because of rain up in North Texas. They couldn't play at Grayson. I'm not sure that the mud has dried in Grayson yet since I was there on Sunday of this week. And also Temple had their series with North Central up in Gainesville delayed by a day. So they're playing today instead of yesterday.
All right, so that kind of gets you caught up on what's going on. Again, we are presented by Tow King. 24-hour emergency roadside assistance available at Tow King. Check them out on Facebook. You can also give them a call at 25. I would save this number in my phone. 254-666-5484. Save that number. I hope you never have to use it. But if you do, know that they're going to be there to take great care of you. Gary Hoffman and his team, and most of it's family. They got Pee Wee working there. I mean, Pee Wee Adamson, right? I mean,
I sure do.
Pee-wee, when I was over there the other day, he was on a forklift and he was just doing his thing. And Pee Wee's a long time. I bet Pee Wee's officiated football 30 years
at least.
Yeah, I bet he has.
At least.
So, football official here in Central Texas. But they've got a great crew there. They're going to take great care of you, and so keep that in mind. It is Toe King, 24-hour day service, and they're ready to help you whenever you need them. All right, coming up in just a couple of minutes, we're going to dive in and talk some golf. We're going to get you caught up on what's going on with Lake Waco Golf and Country. And no, it's not Lake Waco. It's Lake Waco Golf Club. See, I keep reverting back to old school.
Yeah.
Back when
you are old school.
Well, our good buddy, the late Butch Henry. I mean, when
yes.
he would take me up there and we'd have more fun. But anyway, Lake Waco Golf Club. Stan Mitchell and Jones Mitchell will join us. We'll talk some golf. And I'm going out there a little later on today. We're going to hang out with Jones a little bit today.
All
so
right.
that'll be fun. All right, we'll take the break. And we're coming right back with more of the Tom Barfield Show next.
Morrison's Gifts, Waco's oldest family-owned gift store, wants to ask a question to the guys out there. Don't you just love gift giving? Does John Hart, Consuela, or Jellycat mean anything to you? If not, at Morrison's, we have your answers and your back. For 47 years, we have guided men and you ladies through the trauma of selecting the right gift for the right person. Come and see us at 4312 West Waco Drive in the Brazos Square Center, close to Jason's Deli. That's Morrison's Gifts, owned by a proud Baylor Bear.
Lake Waco Golf Club is a semi-private facility nestled along the north point of Lake Waco, one of the few facilities in Texas to have a full 18-hole regulation golf course as well as an executive 18-hole par 3 golf course. Plus, check out their bar and grill, which is open to the public. And if you're not a golfer, then enjoy time by the pool or even enjoy fishing around Lake Waco. Become a member today and call to book your tee time. Lake Waco Golf Club, where family and friends fun begins. Check them out at lakewacogc.com for more information.
Bumblebee Blinds of Waco and Temple is your one-stop shop for custom window treatment, transforming your vision into reality. Choose from a selection of shades, blinds, shutters, and curtains. Bumblebee Blinds stands behind our service and products, ensuring peace of mind with our trusted warranty. Call Bumblebee Blinds today to schedule your design consultation. Bumblebee Blinds, simplifying window treatments one covering at a time. BumblebeeBlinds.com.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Toe King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Toe King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Toe King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Toe King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over. All right, welcome back. This is the Tom Barfield Show, Thursday edition, and we are brought to you in part by Lake Waco Golf Club, where they've got a golf course. They've got an executive par 3 golf course. They've got a wonderful swimming pool. They've got a new bar and grill. They got a terrific practice facility, and they're waiting for you today. I guarantee you there's a tee time waiting for you. You can call. I'm sure Darren or somebody will answer the phone and get you set up with a tee time, or check them out at lakewacogc.com. Now, speaking of, we say good morning to Jones Mitchell and to Stan Mitchell. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the program. Glad to have you with us.
Thank you.
Jones, we've talked about this for a couple of days around here. What does it mean, executive par 3? I mean, is there a difference between a regular par 3 and an executive par 3?
All I know is it's the only one really close to us, within 100 miles. You can come out here and play on it. It's a full bag par 3, but you can play 18 holes in about 2 hours. So it's not just a pitch and putt.
I was going to say, when you say full bag, that means you literally may hit a driver on some of these par 3s?
We have on hole 13, you can put it at the back of the tee box, and usually into a south wind, it's 230 or something like that. So it's a full bag.
All right. So you've decided that you wanted to have, introduce the gentleman sitting to your right.
This is my dad, former golf coach at McLennan Community College. Started the women's program. He was there. How long were you there? 33. My whole life almost. So he knows his way around the golf course and also the behind the scenes with what players need to do with their studies and schooling.
Stan, and this may be a silly question, but when should we put a golf club in a kid's hand? I mean, what age?
Tom, we've got a player out here that's 6 or 7 that's amazing. So if the earlier you start him, the better. And the secret is because with the boys, there's a lot of boys playing golf in high school that are really good, and in junior high and even elementary, not as many girls. So if you want the girls to be successful, the dad, the granddad, a parent, or an uncle needs to go to the golf course with them so they have somebody to play. Is there places you go where you can measure the child? I mean, how do you get golf clubs that small? Seriously, I don't know the answer to that.
A lot of the stuff, we have Monty West out here now. He was really good at fitting people in Waco. We're working on getting some sets out here to help him. They still have some stuff at stores around here, some other golf courses, but Monty West can help you out here.
Can you cut clubs down? I mean, is that a possibility? You can find an old set in the attic and maybe cut them down for a kiddo?
For a beginner, yes.
Okay. Talking with Jones and Stan Mitchell here on the program. Glad to have you guys with us. Let's kind of walk through this a little bit. Let's continue on this youth golf theme here today. As far as getting kids started, how do we, I mean, is it just dragging them out to the golf course and seeing if they like it? I mean, how do we get kiddos started? Because Stan, I think as you coach women's golf, there are scholarships available for kiddos in golf, particularly on the girls' side, right?
Yes, Tom. Do you know that if you look at NCAA Division I and Division II, last year there were 250 women golf scholarships. That's what the NCAA estimates that were unfilled. So I've got grandkids, and I just call their mothers and say, "Can we go to the golf course?" and give them a time, and I go get them, and out we come.
I'm going to ask a silly question, but why are there 250? You cannot find players? Is that where we're at, where you can't find qualified players for these scholarships that can, are they full rides? I mean, why are we in this position?
Tom, it's not a social event. And it's hard work. You got to play when it's cold and play when it's hot. And, a lot of the schools, even junior colleges, are filling their teams with international players because they don't have all of the inside games that the American kids have.
Were you in that position at McLennan where you had to go literally hunt and search for players, or were there people knocking your door down wanting to play golf at McLennan because it is such a beautiful campus and the facilities and all of that? I mean, what kind of position were you in when you were coaching the golf teams?
Tom, I was really lucky. We played basically an NCAA Division I golf schedule, and the coaches would call me and place their players with me. So I did a little recruiting on my own, and I found a few players on my own. But a lot of the times, because we were at the golf tournaments, they would say, "Hey, I've got this kid." The funniest story is the first year, Renee Baumgartner was at Oregon, and she called me. She said, "Stan, I've got this player that I can't get into school. I'll send you her stuff." And I said, "Renee, if she can play for me, if she can play for you, she can play for me." And that was Claire Hunter, and she won the national championship in 1998. So I was really lucky from that standpoint.
We'll get back into the process, but I want to talk a little bit about the success of McLennan. I know that you're very proud of what you guys accomplished there, and rightfully so. You guys built a really terrific program that won on a consistent basis, didn't you?
Yes. And Tom, if we can brag about the golf course a little bit and not so much about me, because until 25 years ago, the men were out here. And so this golf course produced over 100 junior college playing All-Americans, men and women. And we had, this golf course had 4 team titles. The women had 3, and Bob Ammon in '84 had 1.
Mm-hmm.
We had 4 individual titles, and Jimmy Clayton had 2. So we had 6 individuals win the national title. So people always complain that Lake Waco is too short. I never understood that, because when I was the women's coach and when Jones was, we played 6,200 yards. And this golf course is 6,600. So it's plenty long for the women to play. And if you play as a par 70, it's pretty good length for the men as well.
And what was unique about that golf course that helped produce champions?
Tom, the most amazing thing was the par 3, because it was not utilized nearly as much then as it is now, and we set it up so we played from 25 yards and 50 yards and 75 yards. I know 100, 125, 150, and we had target scores, and we had no player that met the target score at each of those distance that didn't wind up being a junior college All-American player. So the par 3 was huge. And then we got to go on the golf course, and we didn't play one color of tees. We played a combination of tees because we knew how long the golf courses were.
Talk a little bit, guys, both of you can jump in here. Talk a little bit about how you would encourage young players to practice. Obviously you can take advantage of the wonderful practice facilities at Lake Waco, but if somebody was just going to grab a bag, head to the golf course, a youth, because we're talking about kiddos today, how would you encourage them to practice? What would you tell them to do? How would they go about starting a practice session from A to Z? How would you have them do that?
The biggest part of that is what we always talked about as the girls is if you're starting and everything, starting amateur, trying to go to college or tour, short game, start on the putting green, start chipping around the putting green, pitching around the putting green, work your way up. Everybody wants to go to the driving range and hit the ball as far as they possibly can. But around the green is where you get the money's made. After that, getting on, playing the par 3, setting up some lessons that we talked about last week about you can do a lot of virtual stuff with some of the pros putting stuff on YouTube and TikTok, but really it's a little bit of trial and error and then kind of learning as you go and getting with somebody to kind of guide you the right direction. When you say getting with somebody to kind of guide you, that's obviously available there at Lake Waco as well, right? Yes, sir. Larry Wayne, myself, Monty, Ryan did his first lesson last night. We're excited about that. Connor Elliott's out here, and Danny Garvin. The guy to your right could probably give you a tip or two as well. Oh, yeah.
Tom, you were talking about the par 3. When we moved to Lake Waco, I didn't know anybody, so I played the par 3 a lot. And I played the back 9 of the par 3 for 2 months before I ever shot less than 33. So the front 9 of the par 3 is really good, but the back 9 of the par 3 is a real golf course. We've played tournaments there. I mean, it really is a challenging par 3 golf course where you're just not teeing the ball up and hitting it to the green. You got to think your way around that golf course, don't you? Oh yeah, especially the back 9. The front 9's there. Most of the holes are about 150. What you see is what you get. Got some holes around the water. Then you go on the back 9, and you might have to shape some shots, and it's longer clubs. Talk with Stan Mitchell and Jones Mitchell as we talk Lake Waco golf. Guys, talk a little bit about what's going on out at the golf course right now. I know it's just an unbelievable, beautiful day, but kind of where are we in the process? We got spring coming in, and what do we got going on at the golf course right now? Well, tonight for sure, Lake Waco started their Thursday night scrambles back up. It's open to the public. You can actually pick another player you want to play with. So me and my dad could play if we wanted to. We just don't allow 2 A players on the same team. That's a fun little event. We have some food specials that night. We have glow ball every third Saturday. And then on Tuesday and Fridays out here, there's a senior league
that somebody plays in now and hustles people out there. But Ray Cameron does a great job. He's been doing it, I think, 17 years. They play the regulation on Tuesday, and then Friday they play the par threes. Tournament season's coming back in. We just had we started a March Madness tournament right now. So once every other month, we might have something fun out here open to the public for any golfer to sign up at Lake Waco. Just follow us on Facebook and here.
Hey, can we set up a tour? Can somebody, if I wanted to just come out and go, hey, I want to learn about Lake Waco Golf Club. I want to know what's new, what's different. I remember coming out there 20 years ago, but I want to see what's going on now. Is a tour available? Can you guys take somebody, jump them in a golf cart and run them around and show them the facilities today?
If we have the time, we're able to. A lot of times we get that question when I'm busy Saturday morning. I'm like, can you come back Monday? But we have done that several times. And again, 10 years ago when I was doing it with people, I'd love to do it again with the same people, because you're right. We've changed a lot of stuff out here, and it's coming together.
We talk about playing golf all the time, but in Stan, to your point, what we've been talking about today is really learning the game and learning it correctly. And you have to do that through practice. Well, there's not a better practice facility than Lake Waco's.
Well, absolutely. I think that's it. The 2 putting greens by the pro shop and the restaurant are excellent. And the green down by the driving range is set up such that Connor's got the grass on the green in good shape, and you can hit 40-yard pitch shots. So I go down there a lot and hit the pitch shots, and then go across to the driving range and hit the shots on the driving range.
All right, guys. Hey, appreciate the time as always today. Look forward to it as we continue our series on Talking Golf. Today, we decided to kind of feature the youth of Central Texas and how to get started. And again, get those kiddos on the golf course, because Stan, I was really it's amazing that we have scholarships that go unused, and kids have an opportunity to play golf at the collegiate level and get part of their school or all of their school paid for, yet that doesn't happen year in and year out. To me, that's amazing, particularly as popular as the game is right now.
Yeah, that was the amazing thing, that because I was reading online that that was the NCAA estimating that Division I and Division II, 250 scholarships were unfilled last year.
And I go back and think about those youth tournaments, and I'm not, the Starburst tournaments, those things were incredibly popular. They drew people from all over the world into Central Texas to play. And yet you're telling me we have scholarships that go unused. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
Well, Tom, the other thing that you have to understand is, now if you draw a 150-mile radius around Waco, all of those scholarships are probably full. But if the farther you go north, and then even toward the east, northeast and north, then the weather's not as good, and those are the places that don't have all the scholarships filled.
Guys, thanks. As always, it's a pleasure. Jonesy, I'll see you in a few minutes. Is that okay?
That sounds good. I'm going to have a quick lesson, and then we'll do a lesson with you.
You better camp out. We're going to be there if you're going to give me a lesson. I need lessons in golf, not just a particular lesson. So, hey, guys, thanks as always. It's a pleasure. Great to see you, Stan, by the way.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye, Lord.
Jones Mitchell, Stan Mitchell with us here today. Boy, they won a lot of golf tournaments as coaches, because people may not remember, Jones coached for several years. So good stuff there. Good, glad to have them with us, and we'll continue. We're going to go out there today, for example, Lark, and I think we're going to get some video. And it may be putting. We may work on putting, and Jones will walk us through on just, proper technique, proper procedure. I know there's different ways to do it. You got the claw, you got the big tall putters, you got the short putters. Everybody putts differently, but there's some fundamentals to putting, as you know, as a player, that you have to execute correctly, or you're just not going to be any good at it.
Well, I've seen you putt, and you need some lessons.
No, thanks. I appreciate it. That's probably the one thing I do okay. is putt the ball. I mean, after that, and you're kind of a late bloomer, if you will, to the game. You didn't start playing until, what were you, about 70? I mean,
no, I played when I was 24 or so, but I haven't played a lot. I played a lot between my 60s and 70, between 60 and 70, and I haven't played a whole lot since I turned 71 after I had my hip surgery. But I certainly want to get out and hit some more golf balls.
Oh, absolutely. And it's getting that time. I mean, it's beautiful weather. I mean, we're starting to see some gorgeous weather. All right. That's our Lake Waco Golf Club segment for you today. Coming up in just a couple of minutes, we're going to bring in Lonnie Judd. And Lonnie's the Director of Athletics at Robinson ISD. And he's going to be stepping away in about, I guess, probably close to 8 weeks. Is that when school ends? About 8 weeks?
Pretty close,
right? Yeah. Golly, man, this year's flown by. So we'll talk to Lonnie, see what's going on there, and see what he's got planned for the future. I bet it includes grandchildren, but we'll get to Lonnie here in just a couple of minutes. We are brought to you in part by Morrison's Gifts, Waco's oldest family-owned gift store. And, of course, guys, if you need a gift, then you need to head to Morrison's Gifts. They are at 4312 West Waco Drive. That's in the Brazos Square Shopping Center, right down the center from Jason's Deli. So that's a good landmark to kind of tell you where they're located. And Sally's going to help you out. Whether it may be a birthday gift, or you may have a wedding gift. You're going to a wedding, or it's an anniversary, whatever the case may be. None of us like to shop. Guys, we don't like to shop. We like to buy and get on down the road and go to the next thing on our list. Well, Sally's going to help you out. You're going to walk in, you're going to go, I need this, and she's going to take care of you. So that's what they do for guys at Morrison's Gifts, because everybody says, what are you doing talking about Morrison's Gifts? That's a gift store for mainly women. Well, it sure is. 100% it sure is. But guys, if you need a gift, we all kind of stare at our phone and go, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Well, you're going to go to Morrison's Gifts, 4312 West Waco Drive, and they're going to help you out. All right, we're going to take a break right here. When we come back, we're going to talk with Lonnie Judd. We'll do that next on the Tom Barfield Show. Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Lake Waco Golf Club is a semi-private facility nestled along the north point of Lake Waco, one of the few facilities in Texas to have a full 18-hole regulation golf course as well as an executive 18-hole par 3 golf course. Plus, check out their bar and grill, which is open to the public. And if you're not a golfer, then enjoy time by the pool or even enjoy fishing around Lake Waco. Become a member today and call to book your tee time. Lake Waco Golf Club, where family and friends fun begins. Check them out at lakewacogc.com for more information.
I had a panic moment running my hands through my hair, and that's when I found Keeps. Keeps gave me the results that I was really looking for.
I definitely felt a lot more confident once I saw my hair coming back.
Keeps has given me the control of my hair back.
Get your first month free at Keeps.com.
Tervis is all about staying hydrated. Each product is built to last and comes in endless designs to match your personality. Stay refreshed and express yourself with Tervis. Visit Tervis.com today and find your perfect tumbler.
Welcome to Kitbag, the ultimate destination for football fans. Whether you're cheering for Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester United, or any other top club, for true football passion, think Kitbag. Visit kitbag.com today. That's KITBAG.com. Kitbag.
And you're back with us on a Thursday edition of the Tom Barfield Show. We're brought to you in part by Waco Body Men. And
Hey, for some reason, Tom, I can't hear you. Can you hear me? I could hear you fine a minute ago, and then I can't hear you at all now. Hello?
Since 1996, Double R Old Fashioned Hamburgers at 18th and Herring has been serving Waco's best burger. There's nothing better than a delicious burger cooked just the way you like it, with garden fresh toppings on a buttered bun. Add tots, fries, curly fries, or onion rings for a perfect meal. So what are you waiting on? How about Double R Old Fashioned Hamburgers today? Double R Old Fashioned Hamburgers is open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. Double R Old Fashioned Hamburgers. And don't forget to ask about Double R's catering. Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over. Family owned and operated, Jasper's Barbecue is serving up Texas-style barbecue meats and sandwiches and all the fixins. Enjoy mouth-watering brisket, ribs, pulled pork, and don't forget the potato salad and barbecue beans. Located in Waco on Elm Street, right off of I-35, open Tuesday through Saturday 10 until 2 or until the food runs out. Stop by today and enjoy the best barbecue around. Voted one of the best barbecue joints by Texas Monthly. That's Jasper's Barbecue in Waco. You won't leave hungry.
Morrison's Gifts, Waco's oldest family-owned gift store, wants to ask a question to the guys out there. Don't you just love gift giving? Does John Hart, Consuela, or Jellycats mean anything to you? If not, at Morrison's, we have your answers and your back. For 47 years, we have guided men and you ladies through the trauma of selecting the right gift for the right person. Come and see us at 4312 West Waco Drive in the Brazos Square Center, close to Jason's Deli. That's Morrison's Gifts, owned by a proud Baylor Bear.
No. What about now, Tom? Can you hear something? Anything now? Hello, hello? Can you hear me?
All right, let's go to
Hello.
All right, let's see. I think I got everything taken care of there. All right. Okay. Big 12 men's basketball tournament last night. Iowa State defeated Arizona State 91-42. UCF squeaked by Cincinnati 66-65. Brigham Young defeated West Virginia 68-47. And Oklahoma State lost to TCU 95-88. That sets up games today in the Big 12 postseason tournament, starting off at 9 o'clock. I think it's 9 o'clock. Maybe it's 10 o'clock. Texas Tech taking on Iowa State. The second game today is the number 1 seed Arizona taking on Central Florida. The third game today is the 2 seed Houston going up against BYU. And then the final game tonight is the 3rd seed Kansas going up against TCU. Over in the SEC men's basketball tournament, Texas knocked out by Ole Miss. Texas was the number 10 seed, Ole Miss the number 15 seed. But Texas loses 76-66, so Texas out of the SEC tournament. Meanwhile, Oklahoma defeated South Carolina 86-74, so that sends Oklahoma to the next round, where they will take on the Texas Aggies at 9:30 tonight. The Aggies, the number 6 team in that particular tournament. We mentioned earlier in the Junior College Region 5 tournament going on in Odessa that the MCC women advanced to the next round with a 72-56 win over Howard. That sets up a game tomorrow against Northern Texas rival Grayson, a team that beat McLennan twice during the regular season. And then the men from McLennan will play tonight, actually this afternoon at 1 o'clock against Midland. Also in that tournament, on the women's side yesterday, Hill College eliminated by Clarendon 57-46. In the men's tournament at 3 o'clock this afternoon, the Temple men go up against South Plains. In college softball, the Baylor women defeat Stetson 9-1, the final score there. Texas, the number 3 team in the nation, defeated East Texas A&M 10-1, and number 4 Oklahoma took care of Tulsa 12-1. College baseball yesterday, TCU had that game from Tuesday that was suspended with rain with 1 out in the 9th inning. They were up 9-2 at the time, but they.
Hello. Anybody got me?
Yeah, we got you. We got. Let's see. Yeah, TCU ended up winning that game 9-4. Texas Tech defeated UTSA 10-5. Some junior college softball yesterday. You had MCC taking a doubleheader sweep of Ranger 9-1 and 8-0. The Temple Lady Leopards were to play North Central, but I think they had to move that to today because of some rain. Junior college baseball, MCC with a doubleheader win over Ranger yesterday, 4-1 and 10-2. They will complete that 4-game series on Saturday at Ranger. And then you had Temple supposed to be playing North Central in Denton. North Central's in Gainesville, right? Yeah. They were supposed to play yesterday, but rain in North Texas cut that to make them go to Thursday. And Hill Junior College had a non-conference doubleheader with St. Edward's University's JV and won 11-0, and 4-3. And spring training baseball over in Florida. Houston beats Miami 4-1. Houston will play Washington today. Texas Rangers had the day off yesterday. They will take on we can't call them the Oakland A's anymore, can we? Yeah, I think we'll just call them the Nomad A's.
Are they are the Vegas A's?
They're not the Vegas A's yet because they're not playing there for another couple of years, I think.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Lonnie, we're going to try one more time. Coach Judd, can you hear us?
I got you now.
Yay!
Oh, hey, there we go. How about that?
I just lost you. Whatever you did, I just lost you again. Can you hear me still? I can't hear Tom at all. Try Lark again because I could hear Lark.
Of Coach Judd.
Can you hear me, Coach Judd?
Yeah, I can hear you. When both of you are on the screen, I can hear both of y'all. When the Lark goes off, I can't hear Tom.
Okay.
Well, I can hear Tom now.
But you can hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, well, let's just leave it like that.
Yeah, we'll just leave it like that.
Whatever works.
All right,
Electronics, man.
Hey, apologies for all the technical issues, but you made the decision to step away. Kind of walk us through that decision process.
Well, I'm at 34 years, and it was a really tough decision because I love what I do, and Robinson's been great to me, and it's a great place to be. And I had my granddaughter down one time, and I was running between basketball tournaments to soccer games to this and that, and she said, "Pop, when are you going to come watch me play? Watch me tumble?" And I thought, I need to go watch her tumble. I've got a 5-year-old granddaughter and a 7-month-old granddaughter living in Midlothian. And here I am working 70 hours a week, staying away, not getting to see them hardly at all. And so I just made my mind that it was time. I went down, talked to TRS, and money wise, it made it worked. And so it was a deal that it was a tough decision, but I'm excited to see my grandbabies.
Well, and you know what? We're excited for you because at the end of the day, it is about family, isn't it, Coach?
Oh, without a doubt, I've spent a lot of years pouring into other people's kids and other things that it's time for me to pour a little into my family.
Walk us through your career. I mean, you've done a little bit of everything from coaching to administrative work with an athletic director at a couple of places, at least I know of. Just kind of walk us through your career and what that has looked like over the past 34 years.
Well, it's been a great one. It really has. I've loved what I've done. I started, way back in the early 90s at Riker. I coached at Riker, and I coached a little bit of everything there. You know how when you start out, I coached basketball, track, girls. I was the head girls basketball coach for a while at Riker. Learned a lot. John Bolfing gave me an opportunity there, and I ran with it. I got coached a little bit of everything at Riker, and then Coach Bechtel at Midway gave me a call to want to know if I wanted to be the offensive line coach at Midway. And so in 95, I moved on to Midway as the offensive line coach. And then after a few years, I became the offensive coordinator at Midway. And so I spent a long time, 14 years with Coach Bechtel at Midway, being the offensive coordinator. And during that time, I coached basketball, I coached track. And then nearing the end of Coach Bechtel's career, it was one of those days where I knew he was getting ready to retire, and we were having some administrative change at Midway. And so Kevin Golden called me up and said, "Hey, I'm opening up this new school in Keller, Timber Creek. Do you know an offensive coordinator that might want to go?" And it was just one of those days where I said, "Well, what about me?" And so I went up to Keller, Timber Creek, and we opened up a brand new high school, brand new 6A high school from scratch. And I was there for 11 years as the assistant head coach and the offensive coordinator at Timber Creek. And then I had the opportunity to, after being there 11 years, I went to Moody as the head football coach and the assistant athletic director, worked with Marty Garcia at Moody. And then while I was there, that's when I got to talk with Michael Hope. Michael Hope and I go way back. We went to Baylor together. It's kind of funny. He's the reason why I have my master's degree. When we were at Baylor together, he was always a semester ahead of me, and he was in the master's program. He said, "Hey, you need to sign up for this. It isn't too bad. It's, you can get it done pretty quick." So I went ahead and signed up, got my master's. So Michael called and said they were looking for an athletic director. I came and interviewed, and for the last, 4 to 5 years, I've been here at Robinson. So it's been great. In the coaching world, I haven't jumped around a whole lot. I've been, I spent a lot of time at places and invested in them, and it's been a great career.
What does an athletic director look like in today's athletics in the public school system?
Well, it's a lot. I mean, you have to play the role of an administrator, but then you also have to play the role of a coach. You have to advocate for your coaches. You have to be there for your coach. You've got to support everything. Every coach that comes in this office, I know what they want to talk about is the most important thing in the world to them, and so I've got to make sure it's the most important thing in the world for me when we talk about it. So I promote everything as much as I can, and so it's a lot of that. I mean, I even have to do teacher evaluations in the classrooms. I do a lot of monitoring classrooms, handling buses, handling purchase orders, and then arranging games and making sure we have security for games, and then renting out the fields and making orders for equipment. So it's a big job. It's a lot to do.
And from time to time, you got to be a substitute teacher, don't you?
Hey, whatever it takes. That's kind of been my attitude my whole career. If you need me to do something, I'll do it. I mean, I'll even be a bus driver sometimes. Sometimes they need me to drive a bus somewhere, and so I'll hop in and drive a bus, and it's kind of fun. Like I'll go down and run junior high athletics every once in a while if there's kind of shorthanded in athletics where the coaches are off doing something. They need somebody to run the athletic period. I'll run the athletic period, and it's kind of fun because it reminds me I used to be a pretty good coach back in the day.
Yeah, you were. And at this level, at the 4A level, it's different, isn't it? I mean, it's a different gig than a 6A AD.
Yeah, it's a lot more hands-on. It really is. I mean, I get out and I'm in the coach's office and I go down and talk with the coaches. When you're in a 6A, I'd probably be in a different building. You'd have to drive to my office to come see me. Well, I'm right up here by the principal's office, and people walk by all day long. And they knock on that door. "Hey, can I come by and can I ask you something real quick?" And so, my door's always open, and you've got to be available for them, and you got to be willing to step in and do anything. And that's the big part. But I love that part about it. I'm really not a behind the desk guy. I don't enjoy just sitting behind the desk. I want to go do stuff, and that's why I enjoy going to the games and supporting the kids. And I try not to miss much.
You mentioned the having to do a lot. Well, it's spring break, and probably nobody else is up at that school but you right now getting some work done. So, I mean, to your point, it never ends, does it?
No, and that's what people don't realize either. Like I was talking to Kevin Brown, our head football coach, about it the other day, and probably during football season, I'm not as busy as they are during football season. But if you look at year round, I'm a lot more busy than they are. So it's a deal that's more of a year round thing. There's a lot of times I do have my Saturdays and I do have my Sundays. Back when in football season, you wouldn't have that during a regular season. And so I do have some Saturdays and Sundays. And I always tell them, the thing too is when a game's over and the stadium's kind of shut down and the people are gone, I get in my car and go home. I don't have to go do laundry, and I don't have to go make sure all the kids are picked up, and I don't have to go make sure the locker room's straight. And so, I don't have those kind of duties, but it is an all year thing. And what they don't realize too is, everybody's excited about May being the end of the school year. Well, a lot of times May and June are my busiest times.
Why is that? Why is May and June so busy?
Well, in this role, you're always kind of preparing for 6 months ahead. And so, during that time, we're hiring coaches. We're trying to get everything all situated to get for the next year. And so we're looking at repairs for the summer. We're looking at summer schedules. We're looking at camps. It's just a really, really busy time. And then being the end of the year, all the coaches are kind of wrapping things up. They're taking inventory and they're saying what they need. And we got to get last minute orders out before the budget closes. And so that May and June is busy.
Visiting with Lonnie Judd, the director of athletics for the Robinson Independent School District, and I'm sure you're going to keep a close eye on what happens, because you have built relationships at Robinson that are going to be lifelong and forever relationships.
I mean, without a doubt, this is my family, and that's why it's important to me. Whoever replaces me, I want to make sure they're here and they take care of my people, and that's something I've really tried to emphasize is I want to make sure we've got a lot of really, really good people in place right now, and I want to make sure they're taken care of.
Visiting with Lonnie Judd, I'm just curious. Lonnie, has the kid changed, or has the parent changed, or I mean, what's different than when you started?
Well, to me, the kids haven't changed at all. I mean, the kids, the complaints that teachers have now that they're lazy and they don't do their work and they don't pay attention. I mean, that 34 years ago, teachers were saying the exact same thing. I mean, kids really haven't changed it at all. I think the biggest change is just the pressure the parents put on the kids now. The pressures for hey, we spent $5,000 to send you to this camp. Why aren't you getting a scholarship kind of pressure? Back when I played, I mean, win or lose, my mom and dad were at the game and they patted me on the back and they just said, hey, I love to watch you play. You did a great job. Now, when the game ends, I mean, the parents are, they almost feel like they're more invested, like they're trying to get more, if you don't get a scholarship, you might not go to college, and putting that kind of pressure on kids that back in my day, we didn't feel that pressure at all. I mean, we just played because we love playing.
Has social media had an effect on high school sports? I know it has on the collegiate sport level, but has it had that big of an effect, in your opinion, on the high school level?
I mean, without a doubt. I mean, people see what other kids are doing and what other parents are doing and think, well, I better do that for my kids or they're going to be behind. And so it's a kind of, you got to live up to the Joneses of what somebody else is doing on the internet. And it's definitely, whatever's happening in college, I learned a long time ago, it's going to trickle down to high school. I mean, it really will. I mean, as scary as it may seem, I mean, NIL and things like that, it's going on in other states right now in high school, and it's going to trickle down, and it's going to really make high school sports tough.
Lonnie, thanks. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your friendship, quite frankly, and look forward to watching whatever you may do as you head out into the retired world, and we're very happy for you and excited for you, and can't wait to see what that looks like for you. Congratulations.
Hey, I want to make sure and thank you for all you've done for Robinson Athletics. I mean, you and Johnny Tusa doing our football games and always being there and always being such a good friend. I so appreciate that. I've got a lot of friends, but I look at you as a really close friend.
Coach, thanks. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
That is Lonnie Judd, the Director of Athletics for the Robinson Independent School District. We are brought to you in part today by Double R Old Fashioned Hamburgers. They're at 18th and Herring. They're open Monday through Friday from 10 until 4:30, Saturdays 10 until noon. Burgers, fries, tots, rings. You know what? They make a great shake. They make a great shake. A lot of people don't know that, but yeah, when you go in to order, right there is the freezer with all the good ice cream in it, and they'll make you a great shake right there. So good stuff. I mean, it's kind of like an old-fashioned hamburger shop. And Lark, once upon a time it was a barber shop. And so I promise you, if you want to get into a great sports conversation, you just go have a burger, and next thing you know, you're gonna be debating NIL or whatever. I mean, it's kind of a fun place to hang out.
Yeah, that was the place I used to get my haircut, Flynn's Barbershop there. But
really?
now, it's a place to get my hamburgers now. So.
Absolutely. 18th and Herring, Double R Old Fashioned Hamburgers. We're right back to look ahead to tomorrow. We'll do that next.
Lake Waco Golf Club is a semi-private facility nestled along the north point of Lake Waco, one of the few facilities in Texas to have a full 18-hole regulation golf course as well as an executive 18-hole par 3 golf course. Plus, check out their bar and grill, which is open to the public. And if you're not a golfer, then enjoy time by the pool or even enjoy fishing around Lake Waco. Become a member today and call to book your tee time. Lake Waco Golf Club, where family and friends fun begins. Check them out at lakewacogc.com for more information.
It's not just a glove, it's a 44 Pro. Crafted with dedication, made for performance, and built to last. Get your custom glove today at 44pro.com and experience the 44 Pro difference. That's 44pro.com, 44 Pro.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Farmhounds offers natural treats and chews made with quality products that support family farm, regenerative agriculture, and humane farming practices. Give your dog the best with wholesome, organic ingredients that promote health and happiness. Shop now at farmhounds.com.
Hi, I'm Mitch, the co-founder of Cake, a sexual health and wellness company designed for today and designed for you. Yes, you. The entire product line can be found at hellocake.com, and it's also available in every Walmart near you.
We are back. It is a Thursday edition of the program. And again, we're in a brand new studio with brand new equipment, brand new everything. And we're trying to figure this thing out as we go. We'll get the kinks worked out, Lark. I mean, we will. I mean, I'll bring my screwdriver and my wrenches up here and hammer and nails and all that stuff. And we'll get it all figured out. Because you know how handy I am.
Yeah, about as handy as a bull in a china closet.
Oh, my. Hey, tomorrow on the program, we're going to talk with James Leverton. He's the head baseball coach at McLennan. We'll talk about that. They just came off of a sweep, right, of Ranger?
They did. They swept Ranger, and they will have a Saturday doubleheader at Ranger to see if they can't sweep the full series. And something they probably need to do since they lost 3 out of 4 to Grayson to start off the conference schedule.
So we'll talk to Coach Lev about that, and we're also going to visit with Jeff Wilson. Jeff, I don't know how long. It's a long time. He's covered the Texas Rangers. In fact, I think he's in Surprise right now with the Rangers, and we're going to talk to Jeff Wilson with DLLS Sports covering the Rangers. We'll get you caught up on everything going on with the Rangers. Now, they got a new skipper, right? I mean,
yes, they do.
So new staff, and there's a lot of new things going on, and they're kind of would you call it a youth movement right now? I know it's not with the pitching staff, but with the everyday player, would you call it a youth movement?
Absolutely. That's why I would call it. They are, the pitching staff is going to be veterans, but as far as the position players, it's pretty much a youth movement. Corey Seager is about the only one that's a veteran out there that's going to be playing a position. Now they have a couple of guys as DH that are old guys, but no, it's going to be kind of a youth movement, and they kind of pared down the amount of money that they're spending, and just trying what they can to compete, and hopefully they will.
And I think they brought in McCutcheon, so he's going to be a veteran guy. His presence in the clubhouse is probably as important as his bat, in a pinch hit role or a DH role, I would think. But, you've got to have some of those crusty old veterans, if you will.
Absolutely.
So, all right. So that'll be on tomorrow's program, the Fun Friday edition of the show. All right. That's going to do it for us. Thanks to everyone who's been a part of today's program. And, of course, we say thanks to Stan Mitchell, Jones Mitchell, and, of course, to Lonnie Judd for being a part of the program. And thanks to you for watching and or listening. You can you can catch this thing live every day at 10 o'clock, Facebook or on YouTube. And then you can go back and watch it later on YouTube, or you can go back and listen to it on wherever you get your favorite podcast. So you can do that. All right. We'll see you tomorrow. It's going to be it's going to be a fun Friday here on the program. So for Lark, I'm Tom. Thanks for watching, and have a great Thursday.